G'day guys, welcome back to another episode of Flashlight Crazy. Today I am doing a comparison video between the Manker U22 III and the Manker MC13 II. These are very similar lights in very different size packages, so I wanted to do a comparison. Let's check it out. All right, so first things first, the battery. Well, the U22 III is a 21700 battery. It is a 3.6 volt, 4200 milliamp. So you're going to get a lot of runtime and a lot of power out of that guy. And the MC13 II is an 18350 sized light. So there it is there. You will get the 3.7 volt 18350 battery. That is 1100 milliamps. So obviously compared to a 21700, you're going to get less runtime and less power. But this little guy has a big secret. And that is if I take hold of the middle of the body there and I grab the tail cap and turn and keep turning and keep turning, it is going to turn into an 18650 light. How cool is that? Now, if I undo the head and I get a flat top, it's got to be a flat top, guys, for the 18650 configuration to work. Now, if I get a flat top 18650 battery and I put that, screwing the head back up, now we have an 18650 configuration. That is bloody awesome. So now they're not so different. I mean, they are still different, but they're not so different. So for the purposes of this video, maybe I will put it back into its 18350 configuration so we can really see the difference in size and usability and handling and things like that. But just do be aware that this light is always capable of being an 18650, so falling into the hand like that, and a very comfortable, very useful EDC flashlight as an 18650 as well as 18350. But just for the purposes of the video, I will shorten it back into its 18350 configuration, screw it up all the way, and away we go. All right, so let's compare heads there. So as you can see, they both are utilizing a TIR optic lens. And behind the optic lens, you will get an SFT40, a luminous SFT40 LED behind both of these TIR optic lenses. Now, if we compare how they feel in the hand, obviously well, maybe it's not so obvious, but the U22 on my left here is definitely more comfortable in the hand just because you've got the extended tubing here to grab a hold of, right? Whereas the MC13, still very comfortable, I must say, but obviously nothing back here. So when you're holding it on, it's mainly just these two fingers and your pointer and thumb that are, holding it. But the thing is, it's very light. So because of its weight, I do think that this configuration is still very comfortable. I mean, that's not going anywhere, really. It's, I can hold it like this, shake it like this. It's not going anywhere. So, it's a personal preference. To be honest, if I'm going to call it, I'm going to say that the MC13 is more comfortable. This one feels more sturdier in the hand for its weight. But for this weight, this one is more comfortable. It really is, because it's not too big and bulky. It's just nice and small, and it's just, I love it. It's really nice. Now, if we take a look at both the side switches here, very responsive. If I had to choose between a side switch, I'd probably go the U22, only because it's a lot bigger, and it just feels a bit better quality. And looking at the back here with the charging ports, I definitely like the U22's charging port a lot better because it's a lot more difficult to kind of flick it up. Whereas the MC13, it's a little bit easier to kind of accidentally flick it up there. And also in the See, very hard to actually get up. Now, also in the U22, as you can see, it is a lot deeper than the MC13. So I do like that better. Now, one thing that the MC13 has over the U22 as well is it comes with a diffuser. So you can, if I can get it on, so you can put that over the top of the light and turn it on, and it kind of just acts as like a little lantern thing there, which is really nice. I don't know if this material is made in a way that can actually withstand such a lot of heat. I would imagine it can, but I would just be wary of leaving it on there for hours because maybe it might melt it or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's nice. It's nice to have like a little lantern for your tent or something like that. I really love that addition to the MC13. Now, going over the sizes, guys. So in the 18350 configuration, remember, from head to tail, the MC13 is 9 centimeters exactly. And if we just get it out to the 18650 configuration, it is 11.5 centimeters. Now, the U22 from head to tail is 13.3 centimeters, I would say. Now, the face width of the MC13 is 3.9 centimeters. And the face width of the U22 comes in at 5 centimeters. And the body width of the MC13 is 2.5 centimeters. And the body width of the U22 is 2.6 centimeters, it looks like. Now, the weight difference, both with the batteries included, is MC13 125.73 grams and U22 240.08 grams. So obviously, no surprise, major difference there. So in terms of UI, guys, these two are identical. You press and hold from off. They both get to moonlight mode, and they both cycle through different moonlight modes. So different levels of moonlight mode there. This one has 5 outputs of moonlight mode, and I believe this one has 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, from off, press once, and you get into your upper modes. So this will cycle low, medium, and high as well. So let's get them both to low. Okay, so they're both on low. Now, the difference between how they cycle is the MC13 will cycle medium, high, low. So low, medium, high, low, medium, high. Whereas the U22 will cycle low, medium, high, medium, medium, low. Medium, high, medium, low. Now, another difference in the way they operate is you can press and hold the MC13 and it'll just cycle, whereas the U22 won't. It'll cycle up to the highest output, but then it'll stop unless you let the button go and then go again. So medium and high, it stops, then press again, medium, low, stops, medium, high, stops. So when it gets to the top, it stops. It doesn't cycle all the way through. Now, both of them offer a turbo from on or off, which is just a double click. So 1, 2, there we go. And they also offer a double click back to its last output before turbo, which is really nice. And from on or off again, so let's do it from off, is strobe 3 clicks. 1, 2, 3, and we got crazy strobes. Push once to turn it off, push once again, last known output. Now, just having a look at the beam profile here, guys. As you can see on turbo, they are very, very similar, very, very bright. You do have a bit of a difference. So the turbo on the MC13 is 1800 lumens. You'll get that for 30 minutes in the 18350 configuration, that is. And that is pushed out by 90,000 candela, which will get to 600 meters. And then turbo in the U22 is 2,300 lumens, which you'll get for 2 hours. And that is pushed out by 180,000 candela. and you'll get 850 meters of throw. So a bit of a difference there, but this will also have extended runtime with the 18650, of course. All right, guys, let's wait no further. Take these two outside, see what they can do, and then we will come back for some final thoughts. See you in a sec. All right, the Manker U22 III on turbo, MC13 II on turbo. U22, MC13. U22, MC13. Obviously the U22 has a whole lot more range, but the MC13 seems to put out a bit more of spill below the TIR optic lens. The U22 is all TIR. MC13 seems to offer a bit more light surrounding the beam. U22, MC13. All right, back to the lab, guys. All right, so very, very, very similar, to be honest. Yes, this has some more throw, but very, very similar. Very similar beam profiles, similar amount of light coming out. There's not too much difference. I reckon it's just a little bit of throw and run time. But, you know, I'm very, very happy with the way they performed, both of them. I do prefer this one. I prefer the versatility of 18350 or 18650. But that's not to say that this isn't such a brilliant, brilliant light, which it is. Now, you can pick both of these up from lightshop.com.au. However, this one was sent to me for free by flashlightgo.com. Now, so look, if you're in Australia, go lightshop.com.au without a doubt. It'll get to you much faster, and you can actually deal with the company and the owners directly if there's ever a problem. But if you're abroad, try Flashlight Go, because it will send a lot quicker than it'll get to from Australia. Now, I will leave links in the description leading you directly to each of these individual lights, and I will leave discount codes as well, guys. So as usual, guys, I'm very, very grateful to have you guys watching my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please do comment on which one you would prefer. I'd be very interested to find out what you'd prefer. As I said, mine is definitely the MC13. I really, really love it. And don't forget to join me next time on another episode of Flashlight Crazy, guys. Stay cool and stay safe. See ya.